One way to know that you are a true chosen one is when you don't have kids.
Now, I never saw this man on TikTok before, and I just heard the first sentence, and I was like, oh no, 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 let me correct that. A true chosen one, a lot of chosen ones don't have children. A lot of chosen ones are loners. A lot of chosen ones, but what a lot of people don't understand, when you are chosen, you are not chosen to do the same thing. All chosen people are not chosen to do the same exact thing. You got some people that are chosen to break generational curses. You have some people that are chosen to break ancestral curses. You got some people that are chosen to just exist because their energy alone changes the energy around them. You got certain people that are chosen to actually teach. You got certain people that are chosen to actually heal. You understand what I'm saying? And that's who Jesus Christ was. Jesus Christ was a teacher. Okay. Now, a lot of chosen people, they don't have children. And the reason why they don't have children, because they can't stay in long lasting relationships enough for them to have children. A lot of chosen ones do have children because a lot of chosen ones are down here to break ancestral curses. They are down here to break generational curses. And a lot of times they do indeed have children because it is going to take their bloodline that runs through them to break the ancestral curse, to break the generational curse. Like, I know for a fact that I am a chosen one, and I have many ancestral and generational curses that runs through my bloodline. So I know that one of the reasons why I am down here is that I am here to change and reset the bloodline. So the way that I raise my kids is completely opposite and different than how I was raised. So now that I have raised my children in a more different and opposite way, my kids are going to grow and they are going to be adult and they are going to go about their life the way they were taught. You ever hear your mother say, well, I do what my mother did to me. I raised my kids the way my mother raised me. You ever hear that? You ever heard that famous saying? My mother did it to me, so I did it to my children. That is generational curses. So a lot of chosen ones are down here to break generational and ancestral curses. So their job is to indeed have children because their bloodline has to be changed. And the fact that I now teach my kids and I have shown my kids a different way, a different direction. Now my kids are going to grow up with the knowledge and the wisdom that I taught them. And the way that I taught them is different than the way I was taught. So now they are now adults. And when they have children, they are going to teach their kids the way I taught them. And then they're going to learn their way. So it's going to take the chosen one bloodline to evolutionize the bloodline. You got a lot of people down here that their whole entire family and bloodline, they have been doing the same exact thing through each generation and has nothing changed. For instance, we went from slave beating us. Our slave master beat us until your great grandmother beat your great grandmother. Now your great grandmother beat your grandmother. Now your grandmother beat your mother. Now your mother beat you. Now you are an adult and now you beating your children. And now your children is going to grow up and beat their children. So that is basically a generational curse that has went through each bloodline. So it's going to take a chosen one that's going to have to teach the kids in a different way, to teach them in a different way. So when those children grow up, those children will be disciplined and be taught another way to basically evolutionize the bloodline. So I totally disagree with him. But what he is right is that one thing about a chosen one, when a chosen one realizes and know for a fact that he or she is chosen, they stay in that line. They stay in that mission to the purpose that they have on their life. a lot of times chosen ones are not even aware that they are chosen. And usually by the time that they realize that they are chosen, they feel like that they are not forgiven by the things that they have done. A lot of people is not even aware that they are chosen until they get into their late 40s or 50s. That's when they begin to realize that they are in fact indeed different and that they are chosen. Wow. But a lot of chosen people, it is hard for them to get into relationships. It is hard for them because the fact that they're on a different conscious level, the fact that they are on a different mission, it is hard for them to keep relationships. Like me, it is very hard for me to stay in relationships because number one, I can already see what my partner is about to do. I can already see that what I'm about to get into. And a lot of I can't stay in relationships. I Every relationship that I have ever been in, I usually have to settle. And the fact that I know that I am settling, I know the relationship is not going to last long. And I don't even be mad at the man that I was dealing with because I knew that it wasn't going to last because I settled. So chosen people has to really be with another chosen person. This is why chosen people can't stay in relationships because all of the chosen people are spread all over the earth. And the fact that we are so spread apart, it is hard to find your equal. And in order to find your equal, you have to find someone that is on the same conscious level. And it is very hard, especially in these times. Especially in these times, it is very hard to find someone that is on your conscious level. And if you have any chosen people today that has children, look at how they raise their children. Their children are very different. Their children are very wise and have a lot of knowledge beyond their years because their mother or their father or the parents have taught their children, and most likely they taught their kids in a way that was different from how they was raised. So I totally disagree with that. I believe that a lot of chosen people down here have many kids because when you are chosen to do many things. You are just not chosen down here to do one thing. Like you got a lot of chosen people that are down here to heal, to teach, to help, to guide. You got a lot of chosen people that are down here to just exist. Like I said, because their energy alone is so powerful until when you walk past the chosen one, you just feel shivers. Like you could be feel, for example, you could be feeling down. You just could be feeling down. And you could see a person walk past you, and that person can be so bright. Their aura can be so bright. And all of a sudden you be like, wow. And all of a sudden you just feel good for some reason, like, damn, she's so beautiful. But the person might not even be beautiful. It's the aura that person had, but that person was chosen to be down here to be the light in the darkness. They were chosen to do that, and all they have to do is exist. So this is why I encourage people, please get to know who you are. Because you got a lot of chosen people down here that got very deep, powerful missions. And it is going to take them to change the bloodline. It is going to take them to change reality. It's going to take them to save the planet Earth. You got some people who are down here, they just down here to exist and make people come alive just by them being in existence. So a lot of people that is woke, be mindful who you listen to. I'm not saying that he's wrong because I don't follow this man. I don't know this man. I'm not saying that he's wrong in everything that he knows. But in this situation, I disagree. Some people might agree with him. Some people might not agree with him. But in this situation, I definitely disagree. So when you are on your journey to awakening, make sure that your spirit, make sure that your soul is basically in tune with the person that you are listening to. If you feel like that person that you are listening to, you disagree with it, question it, research it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of things that I may say that y'all might not agree with, and it's fine. That's why you got a brain. That's why you got a mind to think. That's why you can research it. This is why you can ask yourself and go to source.